everybody. Good evening, good day, good afternoon, depending on what day or time you are watching our Sister to Sister show. Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm yours truly, Twonta Davis Jones, and my sister who is in absence, my girl Leticia Campbell. She's taking care of some family business. So, hey, y'all, how you guys doing? I hope everyone's doing well. I'm so glad to be with you this week. We have a special episode tonight. And before we get started with that, just give you a quick information. There will not be an afterglow tonight, unfortunately, because again, I got things to do. It never ends. But anyway, there won't be an afterglow. And let me share with you what afterglow is all about. When we have our show, at the end of the show, we come on a private after we come on Zoom, okay, and basically we come together and we just have a quick chat. We just recap on what we talked about on the show, and and just have a good time. And it doesn't last no more like 35 to 45 minutes tops, at least that. So that's what we do pretty much almost every episode, okay. But this week we won't have the afterglow tonight, okay. And also, what else? Oh, and anyway, yeah. And so normally my girl Leticia Campbell and I, we definitely we come together and we give you the information about how to be a part of our sister to sister tribe. And of course, my girl behind the scene, Therese, she is the one that will go ahead and post the link and all that good stuff. If you want to be a part of the sisterhood, if you want to be a part of our tribe, the link is available for you to click on that, and it will take you directly to our room where you could go ahead and request to be a part of the sisterhood family. We will look forward to having you there. You just need to answer a few questions, simple, easy peasy questions, nothing to give you a headache or migraine, anything like that, right? But just make sure you answer those few questions, and then we will go ahead and proceed to bring you into the group, right? Get excited about that. Okay, so I'm the content creator. I come up with the topic and the content on a weekly basis when we come in here live. And so originally I already had something planned for us to talk about for this week, but something came up at the last minute, just popped in my head. And as we all know, we had Father's Day. Father's Day was this past Sunday, right? I have to think about it. But it was this past Sunday. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Yes. And when we have Mother's Day is every day, right? May is Mother's Day's month, basically. But I believe Mother's Day is every single day, right? So, of course, us moms, we celebrate ourselves. Some of us probably celebrate ourselves May 1st to the last day of May. Some of us just wait until the day of to celebrate Mother's Day and all those great things, right? So it doesn't really matter if you wish them happy Mother's Day the day after, or if not, the end of the month of May. It's still a Mother's Day. It really, really is, right? And likewise, the same thing with the fathers, right? So yeah, we had Father's Day, it was awesome, all that great stuff. And so I had thought of an idea. Why not? Dedicate this episode to the men, to all of the fathers, to all of the father figures, all of those things, right? So yes, I know I'm a day late, dollar short, as they say. I still got change. Anywho, but anywho, right? So I told Letitia, she said, this is a great idea, right? She said, yes. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and have this a special segment for all of the brothers, all the fathers, all the father figures tonight. And so the topic of this show is called The Men in My Life. The Men in My Life, right? And so, of course, my girl Letitia and I, we was getting excited and hype and everything to talk about the brothers, the men in our lives and all of that. But like I said, Letitia had to had to take care of some family business and all that great stuff, and that is all good. And you know what, I probably get my girl next week. We probably talk about it again. It's a little snippet, right? It's a little feedback and get her perspective and all of those about the men in her life, as well, right? Because I know she definitely wants to share, right? But we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to go ahead and just talk about the men in my life. And I want you, for those of you who are watching, and even those of you who are watching this replay, go ahead and comment below of the men that meant something to you, that has been very inspirational, that has been very motivational, that has been such a great supporter in your life, right? Someone that just stood out and just been a blessing in your life. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing, we're going to get started with the first thing, y'all. The first person that I had put out was a neighbor. That's the first person. So any of you who've been living in the community for most of your life, if not half of your life or what have you, maybe there's a neighbor, a male figure that you definitely considered as like an uncle type of person, or someone that just a good person at heart. Yeah, maybe it's your next door neighbor. Maybe it could be someone that lives in the same apartment building you live in, right? Or a neighbor doesn't necessarily have to be someone that lives right next to you. That neighbor could be a owner of a business in your community. He probably own a barbershop, or he owns like a pet store or whatever. But you connect with that person every now and then. You may go there because you have kids. You may have a son that goes get his hair cut or something like that, and the owner of that store, he's just a nice guy. He just reminds you of like a relative of yours or what have you. That's what I mean by that neighbor. So it kind of broadens out a little bit. So for me personally, as far as a neighbor, I can say, well, there is one particular person, and there's quite a few of them, but there's one particular person that really stands out for me. And this is when I was in college, and he was well, actually, no, no, that's not him. Okay. Sorry, I told you I had quite a few. I really, really do. Okay. Yes. Okay, now, okay, here's one. Here's one, y'all. There is a person in my life that I remember. He's no longer with us, unfortunately. He has passed away. But he was actually my mother's landlord, if you will. Well, we used to live back home in Newark, New Jersey, and his name was Mr. Clarence, and I called him Mr. Clarence because I was a kid. I couldn't call him by his full name, but his name was Mr. Clarence, and he was such a wonderful man, very cordial, very nice, very respectful, and he was just always nice to me. He did not look weird, act weird, or anything like that. But he was always asking me about how I was doing in school, and he always said, keep your grades up, you're doing great, that kind of stuff. And that just really made me felt really special, I guess. I don't know, he was like a father figure, daddy figure kind of person to me. And he was just that type of dude that where you could just really have an easy conversation with. Even though he was grown, I was a teenager, preteen, teen, whatever. He was just very, very nice. He didn't mistreat me any kind of way. He didn't talk at me because I was a kid or anything like that. He was just a wonderful person, and he was a family man. That's one thing I looked about him that I really respected about him. I would say he was a family man. He took care of his business. He took care of his property. He took care of his responsibilities and all of those things. And he was an older guy. He had to been at least probably in his 60s, at least that, or whatever. I'm not sure, but he was just always taking care of his business, right? And he never took the time. He never like totally disrespected, like I said, me or my mom. Very cordial. His whole family was really nice. His wife, Miss Evelyn, she was a wonderful woman as well. My mom and her really got along very, very well. They were not even like, it wasn't like a business kind of relationship. It was like a sister kind of relationship, to be honest with you, because we lived in that house for quite some time. And so that relationship kind of grew, especially through the challenges and that both of them faced. It was kind of similar challenges. I'm not gonna get into detail of that, but they basically, supported each other due to the things that they encountered. But again, Mr. Clarence was absolutely a wonderful man. I salute him. He's no longer with us, as I said before. They only have one son. They had one child, one son. His name was Terry. And, and again, like I said, he took care of his business. He took care of responsibility. And back in the day, family was like the nucleus. It was something that you had, that you were proud of back in the day in the 80s, right? Anybody from the 80s, if you know about family, and especially Black culture, the Black family back then, it was like uh, you know what I'm saying? And he was hardworking. He didn't have a whole lot, but what he had, he took good care of. And it showed. It really showed, right? And again, he was just a wonderful person to really, you know, just always gave me words of confidence, and just really, he was just like a team leader or a cheerleader or something like that. Not team leader, but cheerleader. And he always put a smile on my face. He was kind of humorous in his own way, but he just made my day. He really, really did, and it was just wonderful to be around him because he was really a nice person. So yes, salute to Mr. Clarence. God bless his soul. He was a wonderful, wonderful neighbor, a wonderful landlord, a wonderful human being, right? So the next person that I want you guys to also think about or bring in the comment section is uncle or brother, Number two, uncle and or brother. Who in your life, if you have an uncle, maybe you have one, maybe you have several uncles, that has been a blessing in your life, that really, pull your strings, or they were always supportive or what have you. Or if you have a brother, maybe it's a brother, that has been your big brother, even though you might be the oldest and he's the baby brother, but he acted like the big brother. And y'all had your squabbles or whatever, but at the end of the day, he was just always there supporting you and that kind of stuff. So if you have someone like that in your life, please put that in the comment section below. For me, I don't have any biological brothers or sisters. I do have a half brother, but he's been deceased, so I never had the opportunity to meet him. Of course, I met him through a picture from my biological father, so I never met him at all except through the picture. I heard that he was a wonderful person and all that and all those great things, and I believe my dad. I don't think my dad would be lying about that, but I never had the opportunity to really meet him. But my uncle, well, I had six uncles, okay? Yeah, I had six, y'all. But out of the six, all of them were wonderful. All of them were wonderful. But the ones the one that really stands out, actually two of them really, but is my uncle Leroy, right? And then I have to say my uncle Larry too, but they were two peas in the pod. They really, really were. They were like inseparables, honestly. But at the end of the day, my uncle Leroy was the one that truly made me crack up laughing. And my uncle Larry was also the same one too. My uncle Leroy, oh my gosh, he was just the joy. He was the light. He was just awesome, right? And no matter what challenges or physical challenges that he endured, and he did, and my uncle Larry did too as well, he still kept going. I was just so impressed by his resilience, his strength, his determination to keep going in spite of what he and my other uncle Larry had endured. They both had sickle cell. Okay. My uncle Larry had it, but he got healed from it. Thank God. He got healed from it. But my uncle Leroy still suffered with it. And I believe both of them had sickle cell ever since they were little children. As a matter of fact, my uncle Leroy, I have an article of my uncle Leroy. There's a article of him in the hospital, and he has a god-given gift as in carpentry. He creates, he builds, and all of that. And so he was in this contest or something like that, and he won. While he was still in the hospital, he had erected this beautiful structure, and they put him in the newspaper. And he was, I think, about maybe at least 11 years old or something like that. And he was in the hospital because of his sickle cell. And this has been going on throughout the course of his life till he passed away in the early 90s. And if I remember, the early mid 90s, something like that. But I loved Uncle Leroy because he always made me laugh. And he, like I said, he was just a jokester in his own way. And I guess he had to be that way because, what he was experiencing, what he was dealing with emotionally, physically, because thank God, on the women's side of the family, there's no traits of that. So I know that the history of sickle cell and how it can really just do some very, it's a very sickening disease. And I know for my uncle, there was some really close calls when it came to his life. And there were many times where we had to drive from New Jersey to New York at Harlem Hospital, where he was at the time, where, the doctors would let him know, well, we don't know if he's going to make it through the next night because, it's that bad. He would be in a ventilator or he would be unconscious or whatever the case, but he was in deep, deep, it's just really bad. But thank God, sustained his life and all those things. But he was just a great guy, and he was always proud of me, of my accomplishments, and all of those things, right? And he was just, like I said, he was a gifted carpenter. He had his own business, and he created furniture. He sold his furniture. Yes, he did. He even did doll houses, and I always wanted the dollhouse. And I told him, I said, Uncle Leroy, I want a dollhouse. I want a dollhouse because, I couldn't afford, my mother couldn't afford one, y'all. It was just too expensive, okay? And I wanted that pretty big, dollhouse. And actually, when he passed away, we went to his apartment in New York, and we went inside, and we went into the rooms where he had used as his wood shop, and that's where he basically built his stuff, his pieces and everything. I saw the dollhouse. I don't even know that was my dollhouse or not. I can't even say. I don't even know. But that dollhouse was so nice. It had the lights and everything in it. I was like, I wonder if this was the dollhouse he was making for me. I didn't even know, right? And I wanted to take that dollhouse right there on the spot. And I know Uncle Leroy would not have mattered. He wouldn't mind. I know Uncle Leroy would not have mind. He'd be like, baby girl, take that. Go and take it. Ain't nobody else gonna take it. Right? But I didn't dig, because I don't even know. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have taken that dollhouse. But that's okay. Right? But man, oh man, he was just a light of the room. He really was. He was always humorous, always joking around, and he just made the situation a little bit more lightful, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And like I said, even when he was not feeling his best, he still had a smile on his face. He was always positive. He was always encouraging. And, he just kept going. And he did. He had a life. He had a daughter. He was living his life to the fullest, because he knew sooner or later he was not going to be in this earth much longer because of what he was enduring, and all those things. And, it happened. My Uncle Larry passed away, and then like maybe I think 6 months after that, and not a year after that, I think my Uncle Leroy. Like I said, they were two peas in the pod, so it was just back to back, and it was just so devastating for all of us to lose them like that. But I'm just so grateful of what he had pour into me. He made me felt loved. He made me felt special, because that's just who he was. That's just who my Uncle Leroy was. And so I salute my Uncle Leroy. God bless him. He was a wonderful father. He was just a wonderful brother. He was a wonderful uncle. He was just a wonderful human being. And again, I just thank God for the memories of him, right? So again, the third person that I want to talk about is a mentor. Any of you? Yes, Diane, your father, your cousins, awesome. Yes, the third person, ladies, that we want to talk about is a mentor. Oh, my Uncle Steve, we lost him in 2011. He was my dad's brother. He stepped up when we lost my dad. Wow. And my god brother spoiled me to this day. I love it. Yes, that's what they're supposed to do, honey. They're supposed to do that. Yes. So the third thing, y'all, is mentors. Mentors. Oh my gosh, y'all. I have so many mentors on the list. I'm like, oh my goodness. I don't even know who to pull out, but I do now. I do. Because there's quite a few mentors in my life. Oh my gosh. There's so many, y'all. It's hitting me hard. Oh, okay. But this one I'm going to talk about. When I was up at and Diane, you probably know him, because she and I, if y'all don't know, she and I went to Bethune-Cookman College. Now it's university at Daytona Beach, Florida. Hello, hey Wildcats, what's up? She's my former sweet mate, right? Okay, so anywho, my close friend family who had the same last name. What? Cool. So my mentor, he worked at Bethune-Cookman at the time, and his name was Dr. Roberto Barragan. Dr. Barragan, right? He is 100% Cuban. Okay, that brother was awesome. He was just oh my God, Dr. Barragan was awesome. I had the opportunity to meet not just him but his extended family, his wife, his granddaughter, and we just grew to, I was just like adopted into his family. But at the time when I was getting ready to graduate, I graduated in the summer versus in the spring of 92. My mom was having a rough time. Financially, she was just not able, was not able to come to see me get ready, to graduate. And so I remember that day, never forget this day. Dr. Barragan was wondering, asking me, well, who's coming? Who's coming to see you graduate? I can't even really talk like him, but he had that strong Cuban accent. But anyway, and I told him, I said, well, my mom wants to come, but unfortunately, she's not financially able to do so and all this stuff. And he's like, oh, no, we cannot have that. We cannot have that. Give me her number. I'm gonna take care of it. That kind of thing. I was like, huh? And I was sitting in the office. And my God, my God, my God, this was a God doing, y'all. This was a God movement. Oh my goodness. He called my mom and he talked to her and he said, hello, Miss Davis, this is Dr. Barragan. How are you doing? And he went on to say, well, your daughter told me that you're not able to come because you don't have the finances. Well, don't worry. I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. We're going to pay for all expense paid trip for you to come see your daughter graduate. We're going to take it. You remember him, Diane? Yes. He was awesome, man. And he said, we're going to take care of all the expense paid and everything. And now my mother she did not fly no plane, y'all. That was not her ministry. Okay, so it was Greyhound bound. Okay, Greyhound was not far. The Greyhound station was not far from Daytona, from the campus. So my mom would, I caught the Greyhound. That's just how it was for me in my life. But anywho, he said, we'd take care of the hotel expense, we'd take care of the Greyhound, all of that stuff, and we would have someone to pick her up from the pick her from the airport, pick her up from the hotel to the campus and all of that. So my mother and I'm just like in shock mode. I'm about to cry. And I'm like, oh my God. And he was like, this is my graduation gift to Twonta because she's a wonderful girl, all that stuff, whatever. I was like, and not only that, but after I had graduated and everything, he offered me a position as a receptionist at Cookman, because I stayed at Cookman to 94. So I work as a receptionist in the admissions office. I did well. There was a couple of times that Dr. Barragan and I had a little beef, because, I messed up on something. But, hey, life goes on. But at the end of the day, man, Dr. Barragan was the coolest dude ever. Oh my God. Yes, Diane, that was a God movement. I'm telling you, to this day, that was a God movement. My mother was just so in awe. She was so humbly appreciated of Dr. Barragan. She was settling to the point where she's like, well, I can't come. I don't have no money, this, that, or whatever. But God worked that whole situation around. He worked that thing out. But Dr. Barragan was a wonderful man, a wonderful mentor, a wonderful man of honor. He just really, really was. And I'm pretty sure those who remember Dr. Barragan or had worked around him, I will hope to say that they felt the same way about him too, because he loved the students. He loved what he did. I don't remember exactly what his position was. I should know that, right? But I don't remember, honestly, and I don't even have my yearbook. But he worked in that area where it dealt with the students in terms of, I think, students coming into the campus or something to that regard. So I really don't know the specific title of what he did at Cookman, but he played a major role, bottom line. But at the end of the day, he was a family man. As I said, he invited me into his home to have dinner, to break bread with his family, met his wife, gorgeous woman. Oh my gosh, she was stunning. And then I met Marie. Yeah, Marie. Was it Marie? I'm trying to remember the big name now, but she's a grown woman now, But at the time, I adopted her like my little sister because she was just gorgeous. Oh my, Jennifer, thank you, Lord. Not Marie. I gave that girl a whole identity. Lord Jesus. Her name is Jennifer. Oh my Lord. Yes, her name's Jennifer. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous person. And we connected even after I left Cookman. We still connected. I still had pictures of her, you know, and I still have pictures of her to this day. It's over 30 plus years. And we reconnected via Facebook and all of that. And since then, she's been married, has a beautiful son. And, I think she's still in Florida. I'm not sure, but she's still beautiful, still stunning, and all those great things. But yes, that's my mentor. Like I said, I have so many other mentors that I just, oh my God, I just truly am grateful for. But he's the one that stood out the most because honestly, man, you just don't know how God will send an angel in your life. You don't know why they are there, but they're there for a reason. And I truly believe that's what Dr. Berrigan was in my life for. That, he knew the situation at hand with my mom financially was not able to come to see her baby graduate. And Dr. Berrigan just said, oh no, we're going to take care of this. If I didn't say anything, my mother would not have seen her only child, graduated from college. You know what I'm saying? So yes, that was just absolutely amazing. So again, ladies, those of you who are watching us right now, please feel free to go ahead and comment below of those individuals, those men in your life. We are saluting the men who are fathers, father figures in your life. I know Father's Day was Sunday. I get it, but every day is a Father's Day, just like every day is a Mother's Day. So I may be a day late, dollars short. Like I said, I still got my change. Hello. So this is the opportunity for you to go ahead and just comment below of that special man in your life that has truly been a blessing and that still is a blessing in your life today, right? So the fourth thing, ladies, that I want to share with you before we move on to what's news is father. Oh my gosh, yes, the father in your life. It's all about Father's Day, right? So those of you who have your father in your life, uh talk about him in the comment section. Let us know what this man is all about, what he has sacrificed, what he has endured, what he has put forth, what he has, what he poured in you, girl. Because a father and daughter relationship is very, very special, right? Very, very special, right? So if any of you who have your father today, he's still with you today, let us know in the comment section. Thank God, right? But for those of you I know, just like me, who lost their dad some years ago, I'm sorry for your loss. I know that pain, I understand, but yet he is still in your heart, and he has left the wonderful, sweet memories of the relationship that you and him had. Let us know about him as well, right? So, of course, those of you may not know your biological father. I totally understand that too, right? But there has been someone that was like a father figure in your life, and that could have been your relative, like your uncle or your cousin or somebody. But maybe there's somebody that that has been that's been around you for quite some time, and he has really been there and really been a blessing to you since your childhood up into your adulthood. Some of you probably have a stepfather in your life, but he has truly been like a father because he hasn't treated you like a stepchild. He really adopted you as his own, and that's very hard to come by. Okay, it's very hard to come by. But if you've been fortunate to have that father, that stepfather, but he has truly treated you as such, please let us know as well, right? So for me, I'm going to talk about my biological father. My biological father, he was a wonderful man, handsome man, intelligent man. He was just all that in a bag of barbecue chips, honey. He was fine. Okay. He was, but he was such a sweet soul. But my father was a player. Okay, let me just say that my father was a player, but he knew how to play so good. And I'm not there condoning his behavior, but I just had to say he was a papa, was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. Lord have mercy. But honestly, my father was really outside of all of that. He was a wonderful guy. My father and I, we had a wonderful relationship. I'm trying to get my head off. My father was a wonderful man. We had a great relationship. But the thing about it was, my father was not in my life like I had wanted him to be in my life, because my father had already had another relationship. He already had another life. My mom didn't know he was married, of course, didn't have a child or children at the time when my mother met him. He did not wear his ring or nothing like that. He kept that hidden and everything of that nature. So, my mom, bless her heart, she coming in from Georgetown, South Carolina, coming to Newark, New Jersey, and at 17 years of age. So I can't say how old she met my dad. I know she had me when she was 25, but I want to say probably probably had to be in her early 20s, because for what I remember my mom telling me the story that my dad and her, they were dating for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? And for her not knowing that he was married and all of that, my dad played that thing good. Okay. I'm sorry. He just, right. And he just played that so well. But of course, later on, my mom did find out about the situation. Therese, my father was a player, okay, I'm telling you. But anyway, um, my mom found out about him being married and having kids and all that stuff. And it was very devastating, because that was her first love. That was her first true love and all those great things. But my mother was not crazy, honey. She was not going to be playing the second fiddle. Okay. She don't play that. She don't play that. That no, 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 no. She let that go real quick. Okay. And of course, my dad, yeah, he did something he should have done, and here I am, 54 years later. Right? But let me say this. My dad was still in my mom's life when it came to me. My mom told me this. He was still present. He did not diss my mom. He did not leave her, to handle her, to handle her being a mom by herself and anything like that. Even my godfather to this day, both my godparents at the time knew him, because they were landlords to the apartment that my mom had stayed. So they knew my father too as well, because he was always around. So when I was born, he was there. When I was, growing up, he was around, but he still had his family. But as I got older, when I got to high school and all those things like that, we still reconnected. And, and he came and we spent time together and all those things like that. And, he was always in tune with my education. He was always supportive. He was always, encouraging me. He was so super duper proud of me, of my achievements and stuff in high school and all those things like that. And then when I, graduated from high school, going to college, especially when I started dating. Oh my gosh, my dad was so funny. He's like, "Who's the turkey?" I was like, "Daddy, you don't even know him." He's like, hey, he's dating my baby doll. Who's the turkey? Like, Daddy. It was just so comical how you just call a person turkey. I'm like, Daddy, what's wrong with that? So it didn't matter who it was. He just was not feeling them. I was like, dang, Daddy, you ain't give the brother a chance or nothing like that. But, I understood why he was so overprotective and all those things like that. And one thing, too, about my dad was that even though my dad did not share me to his family, he was just not ready to really speak his truth about what he did back in the day. And I was okay with that. As a kid growing up, all you see is your dad. All you want is your dad. As a child growing up, is about your daddy. So I let that go. I didn't let that get to me or anything, because as long as daddy was there when I wanted him there or when I needed him there, he came. There was a couple of times he didn't show up, but my mom had to reprimand him. But that got him back on his feet, and he got back to doing what he's supposed to do. But when he came, it was not like rushed. He did not like rush the conversation or anything. It's like he wasn't bored or anything. He was just really genuine with his love with me. He was just just so special. And he did not make me feel like a stepchild. He did not make me feel like I wasn't wanted or I wasn't valuable or anything like that. My dad truly adored me. And I'm not saying it to brag or boast, anything like that or whatever. I'm speaking from the truth, the purest of heart, because he didn't have to do what he did, but he did it, and he did it with pure love. There's so many people, so many adult children that don't have their dad, but their dad is there, right? and the relationship is so sporadic, if not lost. That was not the case with mine. Even though my dad did not connect, me and him did not connect on a consistent basis, but when we did, it felt like we never missed a beat. There were times me and my dad did not reconnect until 2, 3 years later. Seriously. And the crazy thing about it was my dad lived maybe 10 minutes away from me when we were back in Newark. Maybe 10 minutes away from me. If I took the bus, within 10 minutes, I'll be at the house, be at his house. But I couldn't come by the house because, again, he did not reveal about me. So, and as I got older, I thought about that more and more. And I was like, I don't even know how to feel about that right now, because I wonder if daddy did not want to reveal because, he was still embarrassed about what he did. He committed adultery, when he was married, or the fact that, he just didn't want people to know me. I don't know. And I did not want to feel that way. And honestly, I'll be truthful and honest about it. God did not put that in my heart for me to feel that kind of way. I truly want to believe that my dad just was embarrassed of what he did. It had nothing to do with me. It was just what he did. And he was just not ready to face the music. He was just not ready to admit that he messed up. And boy, oh boy, did he messed up. Right. And I'm pretty sure if daddy was alive today, I'm pretty sure daddy, I will hope that my dad would have finally had said, you know what, I need to stop this. I'm getting older now. And at that time, daddy was he had full diabetes and he was losing his eyesight and everything. Daddy was so independent. He would drive his car to visit me and all this stuff like that. But as the diabetes was starting to take dominance over his his eyes and everything, he really couldn't drive no more, of course, and all those things. So he was pretty much just at home. I'm pretty sure if daddy was alive today, I would hope that he would say, okay, baby girl, I want you to meet your sister, the rest of the family or something like that, or what have you. That would have been the best prayer answered ever, because I've always wanted to have sisters and brothers. I'm the only child, and I've always wanted to have siblings. And all those years, my dad pretty much like kind of robbed that opportunity for me to meet my siblings when we were young. And it never happened. And now here it is. I lost 2 siblings and I got one more half sibling left. And still don't know. We don't know each other. She doesn't know I exist. I know she exists. But she don't know I exist or anything like that. And my father's been deceased since 2004, I think it is, right? So I don't know if he had confessed before he left. I don't know if the diabetes had taken control of his speech or anything like that, because again, I lost communication with him after I got married, right? Yes, because he knew I was getting married and everything like that. And, he was crying on the phone because I wanted him to walk me down the aisle, which I knew that was never going to happen. But, that's something he wanted to do too. And it never happened, right? But it's okay. It's okay. Because I'm just so grateful that I had my dad in my life. And when I had him in my life, he was there. He was present. And he treated me like a princess, not over material things. He just gave me his attention, and it was pure. He took good care of me. He provided for me as well. He made sure that, my mom had the financial means to get my stuff for school when I was going to school. He said, what is it that she need? And my mom said, well, I need this amount to get her school clothes. And he will come out with wads of money. I'm like, Daddy. I'm like, oh, snap. Daddy hooking me up, Oh my goodness, daddy was something. You hear what I say? But he was just always supportive, no matter what, no matter how things were going on in his life, his physical being. Even with my half siblings, he would share their stories to me, what was going on. He was a grandfather by that time because both of the daughters got married, all those things like that. And he was telling me, don't rush into marriage, take your time, enjoy your life, da 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 da, and all those things. But he kept me in tuned with what was going on with my half sisters, and that was special too. Even though he knew I wanted more, but he's like, I will give you this much, and I took it, right? So I'm just so forever grateful for my dad. He was a wonderful human being. He was a wonderful man of honor. He was just a clean cut man, and very charming. And like I said, he was handsome. He was just gorgeous. Oh my God. He was just a beautiful black man, but at the end of the day, I will always cherish the moments of my father, because he really did treat me special. Yes, you was a daddy girl. Oh, really? But I had my granddad from the day I was born to 18. That is awesome. Wow. I'm so sorry you lost him at that age. That's such a very fragile, age right there to lose, your dad, or even your mom or someone. You know what I'm saying? It's just, ooh. But you still have the moments of him, and even your granddad taking care of you from that point on. It's like your dad's still there through your granddad. It's like when my mom passed away. My aunt, my mom's older sister, she was like my mom, right? It's like my mom through my aunt until my aunt, passed away 2 years ago. So, God blesses you with those persons that can truly be, they get to be very special to you. You know what I'm saying? And you just have the memories. Cherish the memories of those individuals that are still with you. And even if they're not, just recount the memories of when they were there and what they poured into you, right? It's just something special about that. So I salute my dad. Yes, yes, yes. God bless his soul. He is an awesome man, a wonderful man, and I'm so, so very thankful and so very blessed and fortunate to have had that relationship with him. And I will always cherish those memories of my father, right? So that concludes our segment of this show of the men in your life, and the men in my life. And ladies, again, please do not hesitate to comment below. Share, again, some of the memories of those men in your life that truly had played a major role. Maybe it was a teacher. I meant to put that down too. Who was the teacher in your life? Oh my gosh. Oh, what time we got, girl? Oh, look. Oh man, I should have put that down too. I just thought of a teacher. Yeah, and you know what? That could probably fall into with the mentor, because the teachers and are pretty much like a mentor as well too, right? So yeah, there might be a male teacher, y'all, in your life, that probably was like the coolest teacher on the block, right? Whether in elementary school, Catholic school, high school, college, there has to be a male figure in your life that in education that truly poured into you. If so, please put that in the comments. I would love to read that. Man, oh man, I'm trying to think of one now. Who was he? Oh Lord, that's taking me back, way back yonder. Oh my God, I'm going to high school now. Okay, I'm at Weekway High. I'm walking the corridors in my mind. Oh Lord, who? What? Let me go back to Queen of Angels. Oh Jesus, I don't have one. Oh, that's so bad to say. I mean, I had good teachers, but oh wow, I really don't know, y'all. Oh, that's so bad. I have female mentors, female teachers, but we ain't talking about them. Anywho, y'all, if y'all have a male teacher, put it down in the comments. Let me know. Okay. Oh my gosh. I feel so like, I don't know. Anyway, let's go to what's news, y'all. What? Oh, Mr. Gray. He was my mom teacher and then mine. Really? Really? What math did he teach? He was your mom teacher? Was this high school? Was this what? What year was this? I'm all up in the tea. What year was this? Oh, I'm still trying to think, y'all. That is so crazy. Oh man, that's gonna bug me, y'all. I don't know why that's gonna bug me, but it's gonna bug me. And I can't think. I'm even thinking college. Who did I have in college was a male teacher? Algebra. Ah, I liked algebra. It was cool. It all depends on who was teaching it though. Because math could be fun if you have that teacher that know how to make it fun and you can really learn, you can really understand math, but it could be so deathly boring if you have a teacher that don't know what the deuce they're talking about themselves and they know math. You just sitting there like, what? Oh, Lord. God bless those of you who had to learn chemistry. No, not chemistry, calculus. Not chemistry, my bad. Calculus. Ooh. One problem took a whole page just to God bless you. Ooh, that is so not my ministry right there. Okay. That's so not my ministry. Now let's go to what's news, y'all, so we can move on. So again, ladies, there will not be Afterglow tonight. Just for those of you who are coming in later, yes, there will not be an Afterglow tonight. All right. So, but next week, God willing, we will have our show. As a matter of fact, Therese, please type in. I think next week will be our last show for this season. Am I right? Next week will be our last show for the season. We do 10 shows and then we take a 2-week break. And then we come back with a whole new season with whole new fresh content, all those things. Time has gone fast, y'all, because it seems like we're just getting started in this season, right? But we will have one more show next week. So please confirm with me, Therese. And for sure, God willing, Tisha and I will be here together, right? And more likely we will have the Afterglow for sure, since that will be our last show and all that good stuff. But we'll come back 2 weeks later and to present to you some new content, what's the word, some new stuff. Thank you, Therese. Yes. So next week is the last show for the season. So make sure, guys, y'all tune in for next week episode, because that will be our last episode to close out for the season. And yeah, we're looking forward to starting up a fresh new season for you, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and talk about what's news. What's news is a segment, y'all, where we introduce to you some articles, some news articles of what's going on in our neck of the woods or what's going on around the world. You may not hear it on the news all the time or your 6 o'clock news, but we go ahead and do it. We dig a little deeper and we come across some things, and we just want to go ahead and share with you all. Right. And as a matter of fact, let me find it too. Therese, if you can scroll, because I know I did put something on for what did I put it at? Yes. Can you check, Therese? I posted Thursday. I posted what's news. Can you add that too when I go ahead and talk about this young man here? But we have this young man here. He is a high school graduate. He is from Hollywood, Florida. Hold up. Where is it? Give me a second, y'all. He is a high school graduate with a grade point average of a 5.6 GPA. First of all, I didn't know GPA could go way up that high. I know it could go past 4+, but I don't know what my brain is. Because you can only get A's. What else is that surpasses an A or A+ if you want to be specific, right? I don't get this A+, A- joint. I never did. I always had a beef with that, even in school. Because you had an A, you had an A. But some kids gotta be all ugly, like, well, I got an A+, you got an A-. Okay, like, so what? I got an A, you know. Okay, that's a sidebar. Sorry, y'all. Anywho, this young brother here, his name is Timmy. He's a senior at South Broward High School in Hollywood, Florida. What's up, Hollywood, Florida? Okay. And I know what Hollywood is. And he has made history for being the school's first Black valedictorian for having a 5.6 GPA, the highest ever in the school's history. Come through, Timmy. Come through. And of course, he has been he's been taking he said he's been taking over 20 college courses worth of credit, and because of that, his AP credits, his ACE credits, and dual enrollment credits boost his GPA. So that would explain why his GPAs was so high. He also he's planned on studying well, let me say this. He was accepted into 8 universities, including University of Miami, Columbia University, Juilliard, UCLA, the University of Southern Cal, Berkeley, the University of Chicago, and Pomona College. But due to the pandemic, he wasn't able to tour the school, so he had to decide which college to go to from his home. So he's going to attend Pomona College, which gave him a full scholarship. So of course, if he goes there, it's covered. And he chose the school because it's liberal arts, and he's able to do to take a double major, which is molecular biology and theater. So that's where the Juilliard comes in. So even though he wasn't able to attend the usual graduation, right, due to the spread of the virus, he is looking forward to what's coming next for him. So this is a wonderful story. Oh my goodness. Please share this out, y'all, to your feed. What a wonderful inspiration to see this. And he is the one that has has created this phenomenal record here, to being the first Black valedictorian in his school with a 5.6 grade point average. This is absolutely amazing. I've heard of the high school because, like I said, I went to Bethune-Cookman in Daytona Beach, Florida. So I'm familiar with Hollywood, Florida, of course, because I was in a concert chorale and we did a lot of tours within the state of Florida, and so we traveled in those various locations. And I'm pretty sure we probably have connected down there in Hollywood because some of my peers back in the day were from those areas. So the school does sound familiar to me, and I can't remember. It's been so long ago. I don't know if this is a predominantly Black school or this it's culturally diverse or what have you. But I know that is very active. They're really they're known, of course. At that time when I was at Daytona at Cookman, it was a lot, activities and a lot of stuff going on. A lot of students, really smart, talented kids coming from that school. All those things enter into our institution and other schools as well. So this is great. I'm so excited to read stories like this, and this is such an encouragement to read, because we have been dealing with so much with our teenagers, especially our young Black teenagers, with what has been going on in the community, what's been going on in society. And you just never know, right? And this is just something to really keep believing and not giving up. So those of your kids who are still in high school, who are graduating or have graduated, let them see this, okay? Let them be encouraged to not give up on themselves and not give up on what's going on around them. He dealt with the pandemic too, just like a lot of people did with the pandemic, for those who were in school at the time, and they were really concerned about whether or not they was going to graduate, and they did, but it didn't happen the way they thought it would and all that, because the pandemic had paralyzed a lot of events, and everything had to be done virtually and all those things like that. So but thank God, we're here to see and to celebrate and all those great things. So this is absolutely great what's news. Therese, did you find the other one that I had posted? Let me know if you did. I did post it last Thursday. This is something that I wanted to share with you all, ladies. This is absolutely a phenomenal site that I came across. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Let me know if you found it, Therese. It says Wedgwood. Yes, that's her. Yeah. I thought I had. Maybe I did post her. It's no, that's not it. Wait. Is that her? Oh, that is it. But this is not the one I was thinking. I'm thinking of something else. But this one here, y'all. What did I do with that one? I posted. Hold on. Yeah, there's another one I posted, babes. Wedgwood. But this one here I did post too. This one is a black owned store by the Common, what is it called? The Common Earth Company. And this queen is in Jersey City, New Jersey. And as you can see, she sells beautiful black um black art products of all kinds, naturally based products, from skincare, body care, home decor, as you can see. So I post this because I share this actually because I know some of you probably are in that area or that region, and I don't know, you may have relatives in Jersey City or in New Jersey or what have you, and you may go visit family this summer or what have you. If you happen to go to Jersey City, check out her store, the Common Earth Company. It's on 99 Monticello Avenue. Okay, thank you, Therese. And the Common Earth Company provides healthy lifestyle alternatives. And as you can see the video here, you see what she has. She has body care, she has some books, she has some snacks, some food, all of that stuff. It's all health based, all that stuff. You have the natural soaps, body care, skincare, shampoos, all of that. So any of you sisters who is all about that life, all about the culture, and all those great things, this is a great place to go check out. I will go and just support my sister. You know what I'm saying? I will go ahead and support her and buy a couple of things and all that good stuff, because it ain't easy, y'all. It's just ain't easy to be a store owner, have your own store and all of that stuff and everything. But she's doing very well. But go ahead and check her out. And I think she does have a website. Yes, she does. She does have a website. And I found her on Instagram. So any of you are on Instagram, go ahead and check her out. The Common Earth Company. That's the name of her Instagram. And you will find her link on her main page. You could click on that and you could get to find some products that she sells at the store. Okay, so this woman is phenomenal. Okay, the last thing I want to share with you, ladies, I'm so super duper excited about this one. I happened to find this one through a reel on Instagram, and that I was following this lady. Actually, I didn't follow her. I started following her, but I saw one of her reels. Her husband had blessed her with this beautiful gift of dishware. And the designer, her name is Sheila Bridges, and she makes this gorgeous plates. And it's basically like, how can I describe it? It's a history on these plates. And I don't know if you can, like, Can you click the link? Or no, actually, no, don't click the play. Just scroll down and Therese, so they can see the pictures of her art. This is her design, okay? And her plate, she makes gorgeous plates. And if you scroll down, there you go. Thank you, Therese. You see, I mean, y'all, I can't even speak it fast enough because my brain is going. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is her design. And let me just give a brief bio of Sheila. Okay, Sheila Bridges moved to Harlem, New York in 93, looking to establish roots in the community, rich in cultural heritage with significant what is it? Contributions from talented African American creatives. Shortly after Sheila Bridges' Design Inc. was born. In the years since, Sheila has been named America's best interior designer by Time Magazine and CNN, and she is sought after to craft narrative rich interiors. Sheila is renowned for her much admired design, Harlem Toile de Joie. I don't know French, y'all. Okay, which has been recreated in many collaborations, now including Wedgwood. Sheila is passionate about Wedgwood's heritage and design, first being introduced by her mother, who gave her a black and white medallion, which she wears as a necklace. Okay, so this collection features Sheila Bridges' design, Harlem Toile de Joie. The design takes inspiration from traditional French toile, French toile, and reimagined to celebrate a complex history and rich culture while exploring stereotypes and allowing expression of politics and arts. So, as you can see, y'all, this is this lady's design. I love every bit of it. I thought of Leticia because she loves mugs, and I know she will get a kick out of these gorgeous mugs. And y'all, if I had the means, I would buy every single one of them because this is something that you don't see often. You have to order from her website to get this, and but the price, I will buy it because it's quality dishware. This can be used, as a decorative piece. It can be used for, planning parties, dinners, or whatever. But Lord have mercy, each a dish plate, there's a teacup right there. It has an image, and it's just absolutely stunning, y'all go ahead and check out her website. She has sold out many times when it comes to her designs and all of that, but she has already stocked up. So any of you who are collectors, if you like to collect African American designs such as this, something that is totally unique, one of a kind. Maybe you want to add this to your collection. Or maybe if you know someone who's all about that life, you know what I'm saying, and you just want to bless them with a teacup or a saucer and a teacup or something, or get them that nice 4-piece place set right there. My gosh, that would be absolutely breathtaking. She is amazing. So I just wanted to share this with you because, again, we got to support our sisters. You don't have to know them, but you definitely know their work. You know what they do. And, again, if any of you are all about, supporting African American culture and designs and all those things like that, definitely go ahead and go on this queen's page and, buy some of her products and all those great things. I'm telling you, Lord knows, when I get the money, I'm gonna buy this stuff. I'm serious. I love that orange mug right there. Oh, that thing blew me away. I was like, that orange is so rich and so pretty. I want it all of them. Is that all the pictures, Therese? I think so. Oh, can you scroll down and show the plates? Yeah, scroll down a little bit. I think you did when I was reading. I'm sorry, babes. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, look at the yellow. Oh my gosh, y'all. I love that. Oh, look at that. I love originality. I love things that are different. I love things that takes my breath away. When things takes my breath away, that is rare. But when that happens, I am determined to find a way to buy that bad boy, to have it in my life. Okay? Because it's hard to find, good stuff, So yeah, she's clicking on tea wear and teas. Oh my heavens, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. Look. So you got your choice, y'all, to get tea sets, cups and saucers, serveware. Oh my goodness, y'all. And if you are all about that life, for real, this is a beautiful gift to give to someone who collects teacup sets and stuff like that, and just, wonderful, wonderful present. Yes, home decor. She does that as well. Oh my gosh. I didn't even check this far out. So I'm watching it for the first time too, y'all. Oh, she got flower pots and photo frames and vases, bowls and centerpiece. Girl, coming through, chica. Vanity, accessories. I love it. I love it. This is so cool. Awesome. So listen, y'all, I just wanted to share this with you tonight. I hope you are blessed by the What's News, what we have presented to you tonight. Please go ahead and share this out to your news feed. Let other people be blessed by this as well. Again, it may not be your interest, but it may be someone else's interest that you are friends with or have or families with that love, good quality dishware design, wear, that kind of stuff like that. So definitely do not hesitate and pass that along. So again, ladies, there's no afterglow tonight. So enjoy the remaining evening, enjoy the rest of your week or weekend. And again, next week is our last show for the season. So make sure, ladies, you come back, God willing, next Wednesday so we can close it out with a bang, okay? And until next time, me, my dear sister Leticia, and my girl Therese, we see you next time. Bye-bye, y'all.